Is today's menu for the EMIYA family a bad show? No. Is today's menu for the EMIYA family the greatest show? Yes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to One Fair Review. I am your host, as always, Grant from One Fair Review, the channel that I just mentioned and that I always mention and that you just saw the title to. But today we're doing another anime review. This is going to be the second anime review. I can't believe it. I'm excited. You're excited. You're probably not excited, but you're still watching the video. Thank you for your viewership. So let's just get in today's review. Today I'm reviewing, today's menu for the EMIYA family. I think it's funny that I said today we're reviewing today's menu. Anyways, getting back to the show. So before I actually start the review, let's get into a little bit of background like I always do with these. The series started as a parody manga series including 2 volumes. There's only 2 volumes of my knowledge. The manga is still being published and distributed by Kadokawa Shoten and was released late in 2016. It was later adapted into an anime series, today's menu for the EMIYA family. The anime series started back in late of December 2017 and has been ongoing for the past 11 months. The show is being directed by Takehiro Miura and Tetsuto Shota. The music is also done by Go Shina. And finally, Toko Uchimura was the character designer, the lead character designer, and Kazuo Ebisawa was the art director of the entire show. And of course, it's not just those people. Of course, all the voice actors who did the characters from the previous Fate Stay Night series have also returned to do the exact same voices that they've been doing for more than a decade at this point. Gotta commend those people. Really just getting to work there. Anyway, so the whole plot of today's menu for the EMIYA family, isn't that just a great title? Is as goes. Life is ordinary in their hometown, as the Holy Grail War has been initiated, except paused because no reason. The Holy Grail War just doesn't go on anymore, and now they're living a normal life. Shido's living a normal life with among all of his friends and all the other servants and all the other masters. And the whole show is about cooking. And yeah, that's pretty much the basic summary I could give of the show. The show is mostly just about cooking, and that's really it. Now, saying that is just an injustice, and I do realize that. But one thing I want to talk about with this show especially is the negativity behind it. I've seen a lot of, well, not a lot. I've seen a few people who have reviewed this show already say some really negative things about the show regarding just the concept and the execution of the whole deal. A lot of people have stated that if you're not a fan of Fate Stay Night, you won't get the show. It's pretty much useless. A lot of people have also said that it's not that funny. It's not as comedic as, say, Carnival Phantasm. People have also complained of the amount of time that it takes to come out. There's only been 1 episode every month, so that means these past 11 months it's been releasing, there's only been 11 episodes. And on top of that, to add insult to injury, all the episodes are only 13 minutes long at most. Now, I do realize why that does sound unappealing to some people and why that is kind of annoying, and I do understand some people's frustrations, and I do kind of see the complaints where people are coming from in terms of, yes, this show isn't as comedic or isn't as funny as, say, Carnival Phantasm. But to those people, I really have to say, yes, it is true. This is not as funny as Carnival Phantasm, but it's not supposed to be Carnival Phantasm. At the end of the day, it's also supposed to be a slice of life kind of cooking show. How does it do that? It does it pretty good, in my opinion. The premise of each episode is relatively kind of the same. Characters will be living out their lives normally, even though some of them are servants and they're masters, of course. They'll just sort of be living their lives normally, and then they have to do a whole cooking process, and they'll create various popular dishes from Japan. And in terms of that, the whole slice of life aspect, it's really well done. I mean, it's not amazing, but it is well done. The best thing about the show, the entertainment, really comes from just how everyone's kind of happy for once, you know, something very different from the Fate Stay Night series that we have as of late. This is a very upbeat, very positive show. You can even see it in the music. The music's very positive friendly. It delivers positive energy to anybody who watches. I know that sounds kind of lame, but trust me, it's great. Each of the characters have their own very cutesy, very nice moments of them just kind of doing everyday stuff. And then they start to cook, or they start to ask Shido to cook, and then he'll cook for people, and then just sort of bring people together. And the whole concept of each episode is the same thing. Slice of life aspect, introduce the characters, somebody cooks, and then you see a reaction of somebody eating the meal. And to some, that may seem boring, but honestly, there is a lot of charm to this show. There is a lot of charm that this show has. On top of that, if you are a fan, it is very, very funny, and there's tons of fan service in there. Even ones that I didn't catch at first, that I had to rewatch it. Upon rewatching it, I caught things that only like a really just in-depth Fate fan would know. But even if you're not that in-depth, maybe you've just watched Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, you'll still find this show enjoyable. I don't think it's that complicated to follow. It's not like anything really crazy happens. It's just kind of an everyday slice of life type of show. The animation in terms, it's not, yes, I get it. Like other people have said, it's not as good as the mainline shows, but it's not supposed to be. The animation's very childish at times, very sweet, very homely. Dude, it's very kind of watercolored in a way. By the stills that I'm showing you, you could definitely tell that they do make the characters look very cute looking. In terms of disappointment, I mean, I don't really have any, other than the fact that I wish I could see EMIYA eat ramen more and maybe saw her own cooking episode. I mean, there's not much missing here. I mean, you don't get to see Berserker, unfortunately. That's kind of like, oh, well, I would have liked to seen him. And there are some other characters that are missing, but again, you don't really need it. And I don't know if they're going to continue with the series. I mean, as of right now, there's no new episodes. The formula is kind of the same each way, so I don't think it's going to change much. From what it is, it's a very nice slice of life type of show. It's a very good love letter to the fans, just more, you know, a little bit of the in-between, like something for us to enjoy while waiting for another Heaven's Feel movie. And it's just a very fun, enjoyable show. I like the music. The music's very positive. I like the animation. It's very kind of childlike, very cutesy. There are some great comedic moments. There are some great cute moments between the characters. The characters themselves are the same, kind of. So you can enjoy them for what they are. And then at the end of the day, is it a good cooking show? Well, kind of, yes. While I can understand why some people won't understand or won't get how to cook after watching this, there were some tips and tricks that I learned and I've actually used in practice throughout these months watching this show while cooking. So I can definitely say it is effective as for what it was set out to be. My final verdict for today's menu for the EMIYA family is a solid 8 out of 10 and a half recommendation for anyone who's watching this. And I do mean half recommendation as in, if you're not a fan of Fate, you're not going to get a lot of the jokes. You're not going to get a lot of anything. And the show will probably not mean anything to you since you're not a fan of Fate Stay Night. However, if you are a fan, then you'll get a kick out of it. Again, it's not as entertainingly funny or comedic as Carnival Phantasm. That was a straight up comedy, while this one is a slice of life cooking show. I need people to remember that. And if you go into the show looking for that, you're going to have a great time. Honestly, I find myself enjoying this. No, the 13-minute long episodes don't bug me for being too short. If anything, it makes me want to rewatch them over and over. No, it doesn't bug me that only one episode comes out once a month. I did enjoy the show. I enjoyed it a lot. If they come out with more, I'll probably still enjoy the show. If they don't, I'll probably still rewatch the ones that we have. It's very entertaining. 8 out of 10. I do recommend it to Fate fans, but if you're not a fan of Fate, then definitely stay away from this. That's it for me. I was Grant from One Fair Review. I have now died and passed on a new light. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you have seen today's menu for the EMIYA family, let me know what you think down below. Tell me if you like it. Tell me if you hate it. Tell me if you don't care to watch it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. As always, have a nice day, and I'll see you next time on One Fair Review.